Hello and welcome back once again to the stream, and welcome back to Rogue Legacy 2. I say welcome back because I did play this game 2 years ago. Let me actually look at the exact time I played this last. I can actually find that out here. So, last time I played the game, it was like fresh into early access, like basically brand new. I streamed it for about 3 hours. That was... Let's see, Rogue Legacy 2. That was August 18th, 2020. So, it was pretty fun. Played well. You know, it was alright. Had a little bit of a lack of content. There was basically just the first castle area, and that was it. And I don't even think the boss was properly implemented at that point. We'll see. So I also appear to currently have a save there. So we will restart that, I think, because I haven't touched the game in 2 years. Yeah, so let's just delete that. Anyway, yeah. So Rogue Legacy 2, also sequel to Rogue Legacy 1, which is a really, really good game. Platformer, Castlevania style, adventuring around the big old castle roguelike. Generations of adventurers with different quirks to them that affect how you adventure through it in different ways. A person with dwarfism, for example, can fit through specific gaps that other people can't. I think gigantism had its own benefits. There's flatulence, there's nearsightedness, which sucked. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff just throughout the game. It was really, really fun. Never finished it. I was doing a playthrough on my regular channel, not the VOD channel or Twitch. Just on the regular YouTube channel, which I kind of just stopped playing after a while because I had like this high score thing going, and it took a lot of effort to get that thing going every time, so I just didn't. Like, what I would do is, when I was recording an episode or doing whatever, I would keep track of every single time I died, every single person who was there, have a timer running for every single death, you know, count down, like, okay, this is exactly how long this person was alive, put that on the high scoreboard. Way too much effort. It wasn't worth it. Also, I lost all those files. Not the game files, the, like, video files and however that worked. Anyway. Let's start a new legacy here, shall we? The time has passed and they have not returned. The estuaries have decayed. The kingdom demands deliverance. Sign the contract, and your children shall succeed you. Once you cast off, there is no turning back. Okay. Got this. Okay, so normal attacks, a jump. We've managed to cross the waters undiscovered. A few guards patrolled the west walls, but we were able to remove them without raising a signal. At sundown, we'll start ascending the wall. Provision should be waiting for us at the top. Now, if I remember correctly... thought there was something in there. Always gotta keep an eye out for secret rooms, hidden paths, like this. We've been hunkered here for the past few days as Z and her spies prep the west wall. They've rigged the trapdoors ahead so we can open them from below. Tonight we make our move. There are heavier patrols around, but with all the fighting on the bridge, there should be no time for reinforcements. First of all, use your class talent, which is a shield. Which cost mana, it looks like. I'm not really sure. Ah. Spin kick also hits the side. Ah, I see. Oh, that's probably how you're supposed to get up there. Is there anything up there? I don't see it. I don't see anything over there. It's probably fine. Oh, it's down in A, that's why. The diving bell cables needed to pass the interior ramparts are waiting for us, just like Z promised. But our scouts underestimated how much we'd need. We're short a few hundred feet. Looks like we'll have to get creative. Show like you're taking damage. Press A for an aerial recovery. There we go. You hear 1,000 whispers and can't make out a voice. Most of the pages have been torn from the book. Only solitary note remains. I wish I was a better person. I'm sorry. There's a... I don't remember this much story being there in the first game. I'm gonna be real. It was mostly just, there was a dungeon, or rather there's a castle. Fight in the castle. Looks like I've underestimated Z's charisma again. Below me I can see all the misfits that have joined our ranks. Why did so many rebels join? From here it seems like an endless sea. This was supposed to be a suicide mission meant only for a few. She's unknowingly rallied these souls to a lost cause. My sins keep growing. Black to 2-button dash and more options can be set in game settings. This is it, the end of the line. Below us there's a trick wall which can only be opened with magic. Z said it should lead us right to the estuaries. Tonight we live and die with the crimes I've committed. B to spend mana and cast your spell. Restore mana by attacking enemies. Trick walls can only be opened when struck by spell or talent. And there's your what points, as you do. 1,000 whispers can't make it a voice. I always gotta blow up everything in the first room. You need every single scrap of gold you can get. I remember you. Alright, options are right and down. Ow. Gold! Shit. I meant to block, but I just didn't for whatever reason. Puzzle challenge. Destroy all targets, no jumping. Oh, that failed. Why wasn't there dash going? It's weird. Anyway, those fairy chests are always a trick, because they are there's some challenge that you have to do in order to get a chest full of good loot. Which varies in difficulty greatly. Ow, come on. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's real hard, and that was a real hard one. I got a lot of money, so hey, that's something. Okay, I just immediately died there. Okay. Lady Autumn is enslaved by a soldier. You're an ivy plant, or attacked by a spore burst. Interesting. Alright, well, that was a poor start. Who's gonna succeed them? Choose your heir. I get... Sir Sean, Lady Michelle, and Lady Emily. So, all of them are warriors. They all have great swords and shield blocks. Fireball, Magic 8 Ball, Fireball, or Free Strike. And they also have the antique steel-toed boots, Bookish Trait, or Boxing Bell. So let's go with you, I guess. So what did I get from this character? Oh, I get to also upgrade things. A healthy populace is a working populace. Traits now give gold modifiers. I have 540 gold, so I might as well buy that. I need it for everything else. Healthcare unlocked. Triage for all. Welcome all. Your kingdom has granted its people access to healthcare services and amenities. Nice. Certain traits now give gold bonuses. Your mana must be level 12 or higher to unlock the skill. Ah, that allows you to save money. Hey, Minbron, how you doing? Having a good day? Unlock Rangers. Ooh, so I get ranged characters. Doing alright, just trying this game out. Okay, we'll pick a ranger next time. So what else do we have here? Blacksmith! Or Enchantress Quarters. I can afford both, in fact. What the blacksmith makes up in creativity, he makes up for in age. I don't... Okay. Gather blueprints for him, and he'll strain his tired bones in order to craft you the most exquisite armaments ever seen. Unlocks the training dummy or the enchantress. I'll unlock the training dummy because I have 290 and it needs 225 for that, so I might as well. Get the most bang for my buck since I'm going to lose everything anyway. Lady Quinn loves everything about combat except causing pain. She became a living training dummy and now teaches everyone how to fight all day long. Your weapon applies combo.
Thanks for helping me build my black shop, kid. Ain't got a lot in my name, but I promise you your investment in this here blacksmithery will pay off. Can't make much because I got any blueprints, but if you let you and me work together, boy, we can make some unimaginable things. I mean that literally. Got me some of that aphantasia. Can't see no pictures up in this noggin. That's why I need those blueprints. So here's the deal. You got me blueprints, and I'll charge you money to make them. It's a win-win. You win because I got free blueprints, I win again because I got a customer. Anyway, enough dilly-dally. I'll show you what I got in the back. Which is nothing. He has nothing except leather helms. I can't even buy it. He has nothing.
Hello, it's a nifty place you have here. My name is Lady Quinn, and I'm excited to meet you. I'm a living dummy, and I know everything about weapons and stuff. I love everything about them, so if you have any questions, just ask. I could talk your butt off about them. Who knows, maybe you could learn a trick or two. And sorry about the stutter. It's worse when I'm feeling shy. Okay, well, nice talking to you. Oh, okay. Hey, that's handy. And there's Karen. One must pay the toll. So, just like in the first game, you need to pay all the gold you got to enter the castle. No ifs and or buts about it. Until you get the thing that lets you hide money from Karen. So you're next in line to sign the contract. Everything in the name of duty, I presume. Never stop to think of what you might be losing. If you look for the treasure, you'll have to find the king's children first. Can't get through those doors otherwise, I've tried. Wow, rude. Okay, I might not be able to air dash yet. I think that's the problem here. I can only ground dash. I can't air dash. Lose no health. Okay, I can't do this. Okay. Oh, there's a chest. Gold! Delicious gold! Get out of here, skeletons. Nobody likes you. And did I accidentally find my way to a different zone? I think I did. I think I did, yes. Requires Aether's wings to proceed. Okay, well, okay then. I guess I'm going elsewhere. I'll take my business elsewhere then. Ooh, nice food. So this is pretty similar to how Rogue Legacy 1 played, just in terms of, like, combat flow. Figure out how your combo works most effectively. Shouldn't have done that. It's fine. Sort of do the platforming thing, jump around enemies and their attacks, and try and outmaneuver things that are coming at you. Oops. And then dash into enemies. It's fine. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't think that was gonna turn on. Okay, that seems like I gotta come in from the other side. Oh, or I do this. So I remember there being other weapon types in Rogue Legacy 1 as well, but they were basically different variations of the greatsword. You had like an axe, I think. Or something like that. It was basically the same weapon, but with a slightly different damage amount and like different little tiny bits of different properties. It wasn't anything too crazy. Ah. There it is. Ow. Okay, that's... Okay, that could have been bad. It's fine. What's this? Nothing. What? How aren't you dead from that? Okay, that one ambushed me. I got ambushed there. It's fine. All right, new character. We get Flame Barrier. I got a War Bow. Hold to aim. Perfect release is always a skill crit. Ivory Canopy creates an ivy platform that blocks mid-sized projectiles and grants Spore Burst. Recharges over time. That's pretty handy. Flame Barrier. Makes a fire thing surrounding you, I'm pretty sure. Antique. Red Sand Hourglass. By the way, this is going about as well as my previous time I played Rogue Legacy 2. I died a lot in that game. Alright, I've got how much money? 570. The Pillow Fort is open. Don't let her height fool you. The Enchantress is smaller than she looks. Find ruins for her and she can imbue you with magical power. Gain the ability to siphon life from your foes, redirect damage, and improve your magical repertoire. Those are very expensive, by the way. Learn from your ancestors' past mistakes and gain permanent bonuses for dying. Master your mechanics. The Sage Totem is a repository for knowledge. Every warrior is bound to him, allowing their wisdom to pass on to others. You now gain Mastery XP with each class. Gain enough XP to rank up and earn permanent stamp bonuses. That's new. That is brand new. Alright, I've got 195. I might be able to buy some armor or something. Red Sand Hourglass.
All smells a little toxic, if I'm gonna be honest.
Can't afford it. Ooh, Ducky, thank you much for this extravagant tent. The car flowing through it is so overwhelming, it's making me dizzy. Just kidding, I saw the price tag. Talk about cheap. The only thing making me dizzy are all the fumes from all the cleaning agents I had to use. Could you get a girl anything better? Well, beggars can't be choosers, so I've decided not to be poor anymore. I was talking about magic with a capital M for money. Because let me tell you, Ducky, enchantments are not cheap. Find me some sweet runic stones, and I can grant you powers you couldn't even dream of, like stealing the life force from your enemies or being slightly magnetic. And that's it. That's all I got. So you find me those runic stones, Ducky? Can't afford that. Also can't afford that.
Behold! I am the Sage Totem, and now you are bound to me. All your knowledge will be housed within my spirit wood. To gain mastery in one profession is to gain advantage in all, but we share knowledge makes us strong. That's all. Why are you still here? My monologue is over. I'm bad at banter. Mondays, am I right? It's Thursday, really. I like it up here. You know, if it wasn't for all the monsters in danger and the monsters, these talks would be pretty nice. Plus, I'm getting a nice wood tan. Okay, so we got this. I have omnidirectional aiming.
And omnidirectional aiming in the air, too. Oh, that's pretty handy. Neat. Alright, so that has like a, what, 7-second cooldown or something? Okay, I have a couple hundred left. I can't afford anything, so I'm just gonna get some more health in me, I think. Ooh! Mages, Barbarians, and Valkyries. Well, let's upgrade this. Let's see, should I do that one? Can't afford Valkyries anyway. I'm going to just increase this one, I think. Place congregate, conversate, and sometimes even consummate. In the mess hall? Anyway, I'm upping that one. I've got 25 gold left. That's not a lot. But Karen can't steal anything from me that way. And I got slightly more health now, which is always handy. Ah, dude's not here anymore. Ow. Also, wait, what was that thing I have? Okay, flame barrier, create a safe space out of fire. Toggleable, skill crits after 5 seconds. Antique, red set hourglass. Every 5 seconds, your next weapon attack deals 75% bonus damage. Ooh, that's handy. Okay, so the attacking is a little awkward. Ooh, hello. Consume nectar. You are god tier, but nothing. I think, probably. You might get a special achievement or something. I have no idea, but I doubt anybody could. Consume nectar, revigorate both body and mind. Don't need that. Or take 73 damage, increase max HP by 37. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Okay. In that case, blow all these up. Whatever. There isn't a cracked wall anywhere, is there? Okay, now. Got him. Right, I was here. Nothing there. What's over this way? Oh, look! A dude who can't hit me. Hey, sucker. Do-do-do. Nice. Got 630 gold. Hey, how about that? I don't know why there's an exclamation mark here still. I hope I didn't miss something. I probably did. Oh. Well, that's about what I expected. In fairness, I think the likelihood of that happening is also incredibly low. Like, you'd have to be probably a literal expert to do that. Well, this is thoroughly awful. Oh, this is thoroughly awful. Okay. Ah, well, that would do it, yeah. Oh, come on! Oh, come on, man! Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. The first one doesn't count because he was just there. I don't know what his deal is. Okay, we're gonna go with you, Sir Timothy. He's got Blaze Bella and Vampirism. And the reason why I'm picking that instead of the Archer is because I'm just going to turn him into a Barbarian? I can unlock Valkyrie, actually. I'm going to turn him into a Valkyrie. Girl, meet boy. Attack from afar, up high or down low. With their long range and their ability to attack in any direction, Valkyries are considered the cheesiest of soldiers. Also, let's unlock the Butcher Shop for Barbarians. Barbarian unlocked. Welcome to Spin City. Don't let their bulky bodies and low IQ fool you. Barbarians are some of the most agile warriors in the kingdom. Armed with a powerful axe, barbarians are a whirling wheel of death and more death. Masters of Magic, mages have tapped into the primal elements that govern this world. But there are more rules than just harnessing that power to be considered a mage. Firstly, one must always tote the sickest of beards, and that's it. No more rules. Which is why, no matter what your gender, you have a beard when you're a mage. I remember that from the first game, too. Alright, ooh. Yes, this. Living safe. Welcome to offshore banking. Before being transmogrified, the living safe hid money for the rich to keep from the poor. Now that he's on your side, he doesn't seem so bad. A percentage of the gold you give to Karen is held by the living safe instead. Let's see. Gold given to Karen is now considered a charitable donation. Giving Karen gold grants stat bonuses. The living safe tracks how much you've given. And increase gold gain for certain traits. Ah, I see. Let's go with this one. Dance Hall. Unlock duelists. Hey. Alright, well, I've got almost no gold left. The gain 20% of your weapon damages health, but you take 125% more damage.
I've been a black fool in my life, kid. It would be my passion the moon I first picked up a hammer. Some people feel bad for me, wondering how I could spend my whole life doing the same thing over and over. Truth is, I'm one of the lucky ones. Some people out there spend their whole life looking for purpose and never find it. Just always looking and never commit. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you buying something or what?
It's fine. It's fine.
I am fount of knowledge. I've seen the comings and goings of hundreds of civilizations. My knowledge lasts eternal. My ego knows no bounds. I see a new community is growing upon these docks. I shall enjoy covertly integrating myself into the society.
Alright, now let's just take a look at you real quick. Valkyrie, average health, great mana. Battleborn, plus 25% magic crit chance and plus 10% magic crit chance. Fauchard, can attack while moving, can aim your attacks. Dash attacks are always skill crits. Cool. Deflect, destroy all mid-sized projectiles restoring mana. Recharges on hit and fully recharges on successful counters. Blaze Bellow. I get to breathe fire and gain 20% of your weapon damage as health, but take 125% more damage. Oh! Cool. Cool. Psst, psst. Hey, friendo over there. It's me, your buddy, the living saint. You're here because you want the stuff, right? Because boy, oh, I got the stuff. I'm talking tax loopholes, friendo. And oh boy, I've got loops on loops for loops on loops. I'm an accountant. And with a bit of wizardry, I can take gold from even death himself. That's the secret to making money, friendo. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. And we're keeping it all. Or at least a small percentage of it. $7 gold goes in the living safe. I think that means I get to withdraw as needed. Ow. Ow, come on! Oh, hey. Really? Okay. We're good, we're fine. Having auto healing is a boon, regardless if I take big, massive damage as a result. Because look at that, I'm already back to 100 health. Hey, how about that? Okay, let's head upwards, I suppose? Get over here. Ooh, nice. Ow, that was a mistake. I pushed the wrong button. I was trying to do the dash, but I did the not dash instead. Hey, a book. The letter is old, but carefully preserved. Jay, the rumors are true. The golden doors are real, and I found them. The doors will only open when all the estuaries have gathered together. I know it sounds crazy, but I have a plan to save everyone. I can't do it myself. I need your help and some people I can trust. Hello. A primer on relics and resolve. 1. Relics are powerful items that cost resolve to wield. 2. Going below 100% resolve will lower your maximum health. Well, I got plenty of resolve, so don't worry about that. Gain bonus resolve based on your total weight. Staying light can grant an extra 125 bonus resolve. Raise your maximum equip weight to help keep your weight class low. Twin Antikythera costs 70 resolve, or Twin Marble Statue. I'll go with this one because it costs more. 10% more magic damage per enemy defeated. Bonus when lost when hit. Ah, so I should have gone for the other one, I guess. So you're gonna take damage? No? Ow. I tried to do the cool thing, but that was a mistake. I tried to be cool, and that was a bad idea as it turned out. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hey, Scholar Helm. Nice. I didn't think that was going to instantly kill me, but it did. Okay, then. Okay, we got a ranger. Barbarian. Hey, let's try that out. Great health, good mana. Labrys. Only ground attacks regenerate mana. Ground attacks always skill crit, though. Winter Shout. Destroy large projectiles and freeze enemies. Recharges after getting hit. Flame Barrier. Chronic Fatigue Syndrome. Gold plus 25%. Paranoid. Gold plus 25%. Oh, this is going to be bad. Let's try it. Let's see how this works. Alright. I have 457 gold. It's not that much. I could put it into... just shy. Let's go with this. Just grab one of those. Chefs. Oh, I'm just short of being able to unlock that. Ah, also I can't. So, whatever. All spells and talents have a cooldown, plus Chef's drops and explosive surprise. Okay, what about the other one? It's not paranoia if you're right. Oh, I see. That's paranoia.
Hey, kid, you heading out? Well, before you leave, don't forge it to buy something. Like that. Bit of blacksmith humor right there. Jokes aside, you should buy something.
Scholar Helm, look at that. Oh, cool. That's cool. Oh, it's Skyrim, of course. Of course, it's a Skyrim shout. What else would it be? I like the Barbarian moveset, though. Big overhead swing. I can dig it. Oh, it does multiple hits? Sure, yeah, that seems good. Okay, let's get rid of you first. Push the wrong button, actually. I didn't mean to use either of those abilities, but it works. Ow. Oh, come on. Yeesh. Oh, thank God for that. What is this? Electric Loot. Gain a blessing of strength. Requires kinetic energy. Spin kick objects to gain kinetic energy. Gaining kinetic energy also grants charged. Interesting. Curio Shops and the Power of Blessings. Curio Shops grants powerful blessings to those who partake of their wares. Switch weapons to gain a blessing of strength for bonus weapon damage. Switch weapons? Switch spells to gain a blessing of wisdom for bonus magic damage. Switch talents to gain a blessing of talent for bonus resolve. How are you switching weapons? Oh, I see. I see. So it's a new weapon entirely. Oh, yeah? Good timing on that, then. Whoop. Missed. If you'd like to come over here... Oh, got him. Oh, hello. Yeah, well, good thing on Game Pass. I didn't realize it was also on Game Pass, actually. Oh, who stumbled into my abode? Sweet child, hast thou lost thine way? I'm Unknock of the Shawl. I'm an heirloom, an item of immeasurable power, and I can grant my strength to those deemed worthy. Those who seek me are hard and powerful warriors, but dear child, thou art soft and pudgy. Very pudgy. Inside me lies the power of momentum. Conquer my challenge, my power thou shalt claim. But I warn thee, child, the dangers are real, and the consequences severe. Yes, please. Let's go. Nice. That's what I like to see. Ow. I gotta tell you, it is a little awkward to have to do this before every single attack I do. Especially in this particular instance. Ow. Okay, we're good. Whoops. Come on. God, that was awful. That one room really just killed me. Compulsive Hoarder. Body Buffet. Let's go with Lady Kate, I suppose. Methaglobinema. Poison Bomb. Yeah, I mean, it was fine up until literally that part. That part kind of was the problem. Fashion Chambers. Increase max base capacity? Yeah, sure, why not? You're blue. That's it, I'm blue. That's all I got.
You know what words and smithing have in common? They get used, tempered, and rebuilt over the years, eventually becoming something new. An armor I have. One day will be scrapped, melted, and reforged. Maybe 100 years from now, that sword will be a really big spoon. Wars go through the same transformative process. They absorb new meanings, they're used in common parlance, and often become something entirely different. I know I'm acting like I knew this. I'm just spitting out what the totem told me.
Ah, yes, take all 3 of my gold pieces, Karen, please. Please, Karen, please, take all 3 of those gold pieces I have. Look at this, I've already got more than that just from being in here for 10 seconds. Okay, let's do this. There's a chest up there. I should probably go up there. You guys having fun up there? Wow, that is really strong, though. That ability is really powerful. Why am I even in here? There's nothing here. Is there? No. There's nothing in there. That was a waste. I don't see anything here that's of any particular import, though. There we go. Nice and simple. Another one of these? I'm not taking another one of those, that's for sure. Oh, come on. It's always like, it always hits me right when I'm in a recovery state from something. Just it's perfectly timed every single time. They couldn't program the game to do that. I mean, maybe they did. Just like that, I keep jumping into the projectiles somehow. It's really annoying. Wow, a lot of these. It's a little unnecessary, I'm gonna be real. Oh, really? Okay, you just go away, would you? Oh. Oh, hey, that's... Oof. I think that's going to take me to another zone, so I don't want to go there yet. Might as well. Yeah, I'm not going to be here. Probably be faster just to walk. Anyway, much like Rogue Legacy 1, I believe there's 4 No, there's probably like 5 different zones. You can see all the zones on the front door, really, where it goes like, this is how many bosses you have to kill, and then just tells you like how many bosses there are in the game apart from the final one. So I didn't count. I think there's probably 4 or 5. Hi. Having a good time over there? Now you aren't. Do-do-do. God, really? Every time. That was scary. Okay. Now, where do I go? I guess up that way and then over to the left here. There's spots I didn't go through. So, right, up, up. Oh yeah, I never went through here, did I? No, I'll go up first. Maybe that's something. Yeah, it's a horrible room is what it is. Right off the bat. God, really? Fucking... Just got bounced in the wrong spots. Alright, let's go with this. Okay, you know what, actually? Hold on a second. Do I have that thing still? I do. Alright, let's see what my counter's currently at. There we go. There we go. We're sitting at 0 deaths on that count. Put you right there. Alright, so how many deaths do we have currently? Sir Lee doesn't count because Sir Lee didn't exist in the game. I think that's just a, like, lore backstory thing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deaths so far. Alright, let's go for number 7 then. We're gonna go with Lady Kirsten. Mage, I have low health, but a lot of mana. I get mana leech. I can pass through walls with my attacks. Blast generate bonus mana, spending 50 mana grants charged, which makes my next attack a crit. I get freeze strike and gravity beam and cornucopia. Look, that's an average of 10 minutes per character. That's pretty good, I think. Alright, increases XP gain. Can't afford that anyway. So I've got 885. I can upgrade to get the dance hall. Screw distillery. The kitchen. So I think what I'm going to get first, because I'm playing a mage, I don't want to bother changing to another class now. I'm going to get the distillery. See what happens there. Architect unlocked. The definition of old, the architect has witnessed the death of over 1,000 sons and seen the rise and fall of humanity to ape kind. Pay his fees, assuage his ego, and he will lend you his powers and keep the kingdom from changing. Also, is that standard number 2 pencil in his ear? I just noticed that while writing this. Okay, I think I know what he does. Reduces the finder's fee for the architect. I think I know what this does. That actually changes... That stops the dungeon for 1 round from changing, is what I think it does. I don't know if the treasures get restocked, though, so that may be a bad idea in some cases. Well, I'm playing a wizard. Can't afford anything else. Look at this. All right, now Y is Frostbeam. Okay. All right. If your wand's fireball hits an aim before it explodes, it'll hit twice. So position yourself at the right distance when you strike, and you'll deal extra damage. Ah, I see. So if I do this, it only hits once. But if I do this, that's 2 damage. Or 2 hits, I should say.
You know, I'm not just a blacksmith. I was trained in the crafting of large-scale items like armor, plow, and swords. I learned the skills of a whitesmith, too. Rings, fine tools, and etchings. Smithing is just a job to me. It's my blood. Everything I make, I put the utmost care into. So stop complaining about my prices.
No. Can't afford these anyway. At least not yet.
Oh, what are we here? Why, hello, child. Have you come to speak to me, an old man? It's good that you speak with your elders. We have a lot of wisdom to teach, a lot of stories to tell. Now, where are my manners? I've introduced myself. My name is Old Man, and my defining trait is being old. And you, I shall call you Child, for your defining trait is that you have no past history. I can fix that. I can help you find that history you so desperately need. See this drill? I can use it to lock the kingdom down and prevent it from ever changing. Now you can search corners never scoured and battle monsters you failed to conquer. You can become a hero and tell your own stories. Of course, if you use the drill, there's an old man's finder fee. Why are my services free, you ask? Because I'm an old man. Not dumb man or generous man.
Locking the world prevents the kingdom from changing. Monsters will return, except beaten bosses. Failed fairy chests will reset. Discovered teleporters remain linked. The architect will take 30% of all the gold you find. Well, let's try it. Cool. So, if you want, you can play a game where you can effectively change the game. Instead of being a roguelike, it's now just a Metroidvania-style adventure. Cool. That's a appreciated change. Or rather, appreciated addition, I should say. Hey, check it out. My map's all here. Look at that. All right, let's hit up that room I died in. Which was this one, I think. But also I want to head right down, right, and up. Oh man, you get a lot of mana. You get a lot of mana. It's actually in your best interest to keep enemies alive to a certain extent because you can just drain mana off them. Like, look, I spent 100 mana on that spell, and it's already back to full. That's ridiculous. Okay, so chests haven't reset. Only fairy chests reset if you fail them, but you don't get chests anymore. Got it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, look at that. I just drained mana off of this thing. Look at me go. So it's not dealing extra damage. It just drains mana, which is fine. What about up here? The black roots keep growing. They're everywhere now. The guards continuously cut them down, but they keep growing back. I swear the land is reacting to our pain. The more people we lose, the thicker the black roots seem to grow. Sorry I've been missing our meetings at the Golden Doors. The estuaries demand the impossible. They raise our work hours and they tax us incessantly. And when people complain, they're arrested. So many friends are gone, Jay. You have no idea what it's like over here. The kingdom has become a powder keg, just waiting to explode, and it's our job to light it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, Jade. We can do something. We can save everyone. Ow. Kinda wish I didn't have a 100 mana spell, but you know, what are you gonna do? Boop. Yeah, this Mage is pretty strong. I don't remember it having this before. Okay, that's the next area. Might as well go grab it. Yep. The 30% isn't great, but it's not as detrimental as I would assume, because I'm still getting like a decent chunk of gold here. Ah, speaking of... Ow. Hey, what do we get? Leather cape. Yeah, I'm not going there yet. That one can wait. I've got a, I can't do it anyway. I literally can't do that yet. Okay, looks like there's a thing down to the right. Oh, and up. Oh, here it is. This is the thing I needed. Oh, who stumbled into my boat? Yep, same thing as before. Like, I literally can't do it. I need to do this thing before I can even get in there. Ow. Rude. There we go. Hey, look what I can do. Don't even need to worry about this one anymore. That one doesn't even do any damage, so it's fine. Whoops, it's fine. Hi. Yeah, I've got a much better weapon than the last one. Much better. Hey! Did it!
Congratulations, sweet child. Thou hast proven thyself worthy. Now come and claim thy inheritance, the power of momentum, and let our souls bind together.
Anka's shawl. You can now dash in the air.
Yes.
Look at that. Okay, now not doing that quite yet because there's still more dungeon to clean up a little bit here. Just a little bit more. Lose no health, huh? Well, so much for that. Immediately. Anywhere else I can go? Yes. Might be faster, honestly, to teleport to the other spot. What? All right, let's go. Missed. Come on. Really? You had to come down here right now? Okay, give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so I need to go left from here and then... How do I get out of here? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll deal with that in a minute. I want to at least get through this zone so I'm not like... Oh, fuck off. Oh, come on. I want to at least know what's in here first, is what I was gonna say, and then that happened. Was that overkill? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Okay, we've got another zone here. What do we got? It's the Dry Lake. Welcome to Pitch on Dry Lake. For your safety, all parties must be accompanied by a guide with a sun lantern. An additional lantern has been nailed to the front of the sign. No trespassing. By order of Vestory Irad, Pitch on Dry Lake has been sealed off indefinitely. Adding known to the deep below. Be careful. Overconfidence can be lethal. Even estuaries won't journey further without a sun lantern. Not many of those lanterns are left, and the ones remaining lost their ember long ago. If you restore the sun, I can reignite the ember. We'll talk more then. Got it. Find a sun lantern, restore sun lantern. Understood. What's up here? That's another thingy. Boy, oh boy, look what we have here. Another soul's come to roost. You seek my power, right? Let me tell you something, kiddo. I see all. Beyond lies, beyond ego, beyond time. I see the apex of emotion, where truth is laid bare. And you know what I see when I look at you? I see a scared little soul with snot coming out your nose and poop coming out your butt. Kiddo, you're this looking on the outside, and what's it look like on the inside? Huh, interesting. How many people we got in there, kiddo? I don't know what game you're playing, but I won't stop you from taking my challenge. This might be fun. Word of advice, kiddo? I have the power of empathy. Use it to pass the trials. Listen to those who have fallen before you. Learn from their failures, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have a fighting chance. This was the other thing I was looking for, because I knew there were 2 powers in this zone from when I played the early access version way before. Attuned to memory fragments to hear subconscious thoughts. Lost again. Every path I've taken has been wrong. Alright, Demetrius, calm down. Remember the lesson your elders taught you. He who gives you only 2 choices always hides a third. Okay, I don't remember how to get this. Oh, right. Yeah, that was it. Thank you. Been down here for hours. Not sure what to do. Obstacles are just hidden opportunities. What do the elders mean? Can I use these spinning chains to my advantage? I'm too scared to try. Man, that's a visual mess. There's a nightmare ahead. The elders say they're powerful nihilistic thoughts that have grown and festered. Violence begets violence. If I attack or cast a spell anywhere nearby, it'll wake up and retaliate. Stay calm and they won't attack. Yeah, I remember those things. Woo! So you gotta do that. You gotta, like, constantly get out of the way of these things every time you do something. What can accomplish with kindness, what cannot by force? If I can reach the nightmare ahead of me, perhaps I can calm it down. Ow. Get wrecked. There we go. And we're done here. Haha, congrats, kiddo. You proved that you can listen and learn. That'll take you far. Remember, people may lie, but emotions always tell the truth. Oh, one more thing, kiddo. Sometimes it pays to find an emotional connection with your enemy. I know who you'll be tussling with. You should know, too. Enough chatter for today. Come on, kiddo, receive my power of empathy, and let's take the show on the road. Yeah! So, those are persistent power-ups, which are very useful. These ones... Oh, hey. Another bearer of Aesop's tome. Word of caution, traveler. Be mindful what you learn. The truth can be misleading. Alright, so there's a bunch of those things. There is one right there, close to the boss chamber. And we have 2 chests to go through as well. So I should probably teleport to the boss room and... Teleport to the boss room, go down to the thing, hook a left and hook a right. After I kill this dude. That's not actually the one I wanted to go to, but whatever, it's basically right here. I don't know how he does it, but I keep losing Lemek's trail. There's no other choice. If we want to leave his island, we'll have to enter his throne room. Only his royal retinue can open it, but I have seen how they do that. There are 2 torches beside the door. Both torches must be lit with a strike of the foot to open the doors. The fire goes out fast, so we'll have to get quick. There must be a way to swiftly get from one side to the other. And that's how you're supposed to learn how to do that. Or rather, learn that you had to find the thing. If you hadn't found it already, which I did. How many years has it been since we first came down here? 50 years, 100, 1,000? My patience it has its end. These scholars, they jump from one fancy to the next, like they're the belle of the ball. They're just singing and dancing and never finishing anything they've started. They've taken our gifts of life and have abused it. This lackadaisical behavior must be brought to an end. We must be punished. Only through pain can we drive discovery. I brought this up before, but the others never agree with me. They never do. I'll bring it up once more at the next meeting, but this time I'll be different. I can feel it. Everyone's patience has a limit, and something tells me the 30th time will be the charm. Ooh. Problem solver. That's what this is. It's problem solver. Hi. There we go, problem solved. That was not worth it. That was 100% not worth it. Alright, well, I'm not going to go for the chest. At this point, I'm going to die if I go for the chest, so I might as well just go for the thing, because I got nothing else to do here. Alright, let's go. I'm dead either way. Might as well learn some of his moves. Astray Lemek, the first spell sword. Ow. Yeah, I had nothing there. That was a bad time for me to use the Kamehameha. Awkward. Alright, who we go with here? Let's try Lady Josephine. Got White Star as a spell, and Charismatic. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. What is 40? How much does this cost? I need level 24. Doesn't matter. I only have 630 gold. Oh, actually, that's right. I can get a new class. Let's go see what's affordable, though. 50% discount from all shops. That's what I thought it was. Leather cape. Gives me a bunch of resolve. Okay, what else? What do you got? Oh, Ducky, glad to see you again. Don't be surprised I know it's you. We can all tell. Same you, different body. Live long enough and you'll start seeing past the shell, too. Magnesis rune. So that increases my health by just a wee bit. This will increase my int, which is magic damage. So I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, but it's not very much lifesteal. Become AB plus and take everyone's blood. Scales with strength, 4%. I actually... Wait, can I afford this? No, I can't. I can't afford this. I literally have just a slightly too little health or money for that. What is this? Boss room health restored 20%. Well, that's not terrible. Anyway, I'm gonna buy... Let's go with a chef. Go for the boss restore? I could go either way. So I get 20% health back when I enter the boss room. Let's see. I only got 96 gold left, so I can't buy anything. Now, of course, if I wanted to, I could lock the kingdom down again. But that's not fun. Let's do this way. Like, if it gets to the point where I have to complete the game for whatever reason, then I can lock it down and I'll be able to just teleport to the bosses. But that removes a lot of the challenge of the game, which is making your way through the dungeon. Plus, I don't get any gold like that. I get no money anymore. There's no chests. Oh yeah, what's this power I have? White Star. Explosions, no, neither friend nor foe. You can damage yourself, will always skill crit. Uh-huh. I'll avoid using that for the time being. Oh, hey, hi, what's up? So, because I already found this room, I get the Heavy Stone Bargain, costs 15 resolve. The Icarus Wings Bargain. Jumping in the air enables flight, but you take 100% extra damage? Oh! Ha ha! Hoo! Ha! Hoo 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 hoo! Ha ha ha! Hoo ha ha! Whoa! No! No! Well then, let's see how well that goes, huh? Okay, that's fine. Karen's Trial or Ite Sword. I think I just got a cheese, yeah. Let's try this out. Until purified, any hit taken is fatal. Defeat 15 enemies before and gain 20% gold or an... Okay, that's awkward. That's, Okay, that's 3. Six. I had to be on the ground to do that, okay. Did you really have to go down there? The boss is so done for, assuming I live. I do need to make it there first. I need to kill 9 more enemies without taking a hit. Okay, let's see how that goes. That's why I took no resolve, I see. Oh, Jesus! Okay, we're out of here. I'll come back for that. What the fuck? I'll come back for that too. Six more. As I said. Well, now I know what not to get. Enter the golden doors. Your king demands it. Yeah, probably. That really did screw me. Perfectionist. Oh yeah, let's, Lady Josephine, the flying. Let's see how this one works. Probably should have taken the mage, but it's fine. How much money did I get? 338? Wow, that's nothing. Ducky, please, come and share some Kaushari tea with me. Morning tea is one of the greatest traditions ever made, and you should never skip it. I like mine with lots of sugar and lots of mint. Like a lot. It's probably more sugar than tea. I mean, so there's that problem, but also, I do get crits with this thing, so that's not terrible. When the skin crits and spin kicks deal damage. So we'll see how that goes. It can still destroy obstacles, which is fine. I'm just gonna have to get very good at timing. Like that. Also, it's a good thing it was a, Oh, God. There. Good thing it was a bow person who did this. Oh, come on. There. Really? Okay. This is honestly a little stressful. Cornucopia. Health drops restore an additional 8% of your max health. Or Cosmic Insight. Gain 100 mana when hurt. Mana gain can overcharge. Oh, that's handy. Oh, I already done this one. Ow. Oh, even that doesn't do damage. Awkward. Yeah, it's very scary. It's only an extra 5 gold per each coin, though, which isn't terrible. It's not great either. Defeat all enemies, lose no health. Got him. Nice. It's fine. I got a rune out of it. See if you suture in your future. Increase the final chance multiplier. Final damage multiplier from super crits. Hey, how about that? How about that? I'm just gonna go over here. All I need to do is up my skill. And probably not fight the boss. This is not gonna go well if I fight the boss, so I might as well not. Hey, what do we got here? A knife, serrated handles bargain, or ivy seed. Let's see what this one is. Deal and take 100% more damage. Oh boy. So either I'm going to do a lot of damage or die. 117 is not bad. All things considered. I might as well just use him to get as much gold as possible while he's still alive, because he's not going to be beating that boss. I still don't know what's up with this room. Like, it feels like there's something else going on here with the way these lanterns are lit up like that, but I don't know. There we go. Oh boy, this room sucks. Let me just get out of there. That was a chest? There we go. Much better. What do we get over here? Oh, it's a... Really? Blessing of Strength can tackle moving, can aim your attack, dash attacks, or skill crits. I'm gathering more people, Jay. People like us. People are sick of living down here. There's an heirloom in the citadel that grants people amazing powers. Powers that let you dash through the air just like you're flying. I've been sneaking in recruits to obtain this power, but only few are strong enough to survive the heirloom's challenge. If you help train them, there could be so many more, Jay. You could see the difference. Something big is happening. The people have had enough and their anger is spilling onto the surface. War is brewing. I just hope you're with us when it happens. I'm just gonna not. Okay, now this is awkward because they're both over next to the exit. Good. Oh, one shot. Okay, so I could loop back around to the entrance and fight the boss, I guess. I got nothing else to do here. I've got 1,500 gold in my pocket. There might become some other chests, but I'll just take the chance with the boss at this point. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a bit of damage. Probably not. Alright, what's this? The golden doors won't open until all the estuaries are gathered together. This is all that lies between us and freedom. If I can open it, I can fix everything. I can save everyone. Let's go. Boss time. Let's see how poorly this goes. Hi. Ow. Yeah, it's... Oh boy, is it. It's great. Okay, so Perfectionist would be really good if I had something like a Barbarian. Because Barbarian always has crits on their ground attacks. It means I can't do any jump attacks anymore. But the basic ground attacks would be great for destroying a boss. Oh man, Dwarfism? Oh god. Oh, that's hilarious. I can't believe that's back. Let's grab this one. Because I want to know what the other abilities they have are. I don't remember exactly what Ectomorph does. I remember that was in the first game. I think it's like it makes it so you get bounced back further when you get hit. Something like that. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we are going to grab... Let's grab a chef. Trained since childbirth to cook for royalty before they found out that pizza was good enough. Chefs must use all their culinary skills to slice, dice, and pan-sear their way to victory. I don't know what this is going to entail. Repository of ancient knowledge transcribed onto tree bark using squid goop. Ink will be discovered later. Increases focus, raising damage on spell crits. Yeah, exactly. That's what... So I remember correctly. It was you get knocked back further when you get hit. Oh. Oh, architect fee down by 10%, so it'll be 20% at max level. Yeah, no, that would be really interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, so there's 2 vitality increasers. Let's see, what should I do? Also, whoops, not what I meant to do, actually. I didn't mean to push that button. I meant to push this button so I could get a view of the thing. Well, now I've got 268 gold on me. Whoop, actually. There you go, library. Oh, saltpeter mines. I can get gunslingers. Which I need to be at level 36. I'm getting there, though. Okay, so let's see what that thing said. Chef, low health, great mana. Your weapon applies burn. Well, we'll see, won't we? Weapon, frying pans. Strike mid-sized projectiles to reflect them. Reflecting grants you charged. Next attack is a skill crit. Stew, restores your health and mana. Recharges by collecting health drops. Hold up to 3 charges. Shockwave, blasts enemies away with an audible wave. Hold to aim, goes through walls, destroys large projectiles. Dwarfism, you're tiny and adorable. Antique weighted anklet, your spin kicks deal 40% more damage. Let's find out, eh? Look at me, I'm so tiny. There's like a bit of delay on that, which is awkward. I got a new rune. I wish I could just pair the stats to just the ones I have. High stakes rune. Increase your final damage multiplier. Right.
Child, have you come to hear my stories? I used to be a bard, you know, a teller of stories, both fables and truths. And I was famous, known all across the lands as he who tells the worst stories. Now, I may have been bad, but I was famous.
Congrats. Cheater of Death, welcome. Look at me, I'm so tiny. I am the tiny chef. Okay, that's pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Boop. Ow. Okay, so it's not that good, because I'm having issues hitting enemies, but it's pretty good apart from that. You guys can stay in there, I don't care. Wow, that was useless. Woo! Close. I did before. It didn't do anything. I'll do it anyway. Yeah, nothing. I don't know what's up with that room. Down from here. What the fuck is this? Let's find out. What the fuck is that? Oh! It's an enemy. Okay. Oh, it's got a secret room? Okay. Well. Ah, okay. Oh, wait, did I forget to... I think I forgot to add a death or two on there. I don't even have enough to afford the other class. IBS and Wardroom. You fart a lot. Plus Epic Relic. Okay, what's the Epic Relic? Oh. Every unique relic increases your damage by 6%. Ah, okay. And IBS is just you fart. That's literally all it does. Doc, you care for some lamb fata? It's lamb and garlic and rice and tomatoes and everything delicious. It's one of my favorite dishes, so don't be bashful when asking for seconds. Seriously, feel free. I made too much because I keep forgetting how small I am. There it is. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to add a death on there, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember how many. I'll take a look next time I go through. The Hall of Heroes. Oh, come on. Hey, double chests. Nope. Just makes you fart. Ever so often when you jump or when you dash or something, it just makes you fart, and that's it. That's the only thing it does. Every day our numbers grow larger, Jay. Word of a rebellion is spreading among the people. One of our new recruits is a soldier. She said she trained under you, that you were the best. He told me that all battles are fought in two fronts, a physical one and an emotional one, and not how knowledge could be a deciding factor in a fight. There's another heirloom in the Citadel. I spoke with it, claimed it, and I claimed to offer the power of empathy. It also said my butt's smelly, so I've been avoiding it ever since. I never thought that power was worth the risk, but after hearing what the recruits said... I will tell you, there is one benefit to having taken a Perfectionist that one time. Helped me get better at timing my bow stuff. Ow. I managed to outrun the thing and hit myself with it. Ow, come on. Also, I realize I haven't really seen any of those secret walls so far. Like, there's the secret room that I keep bypassing, but I haven't seen any of, like, the normal cracked walls. Maybe I'm just missing him? Ow. Defeat all enemies, lose no health. I'll skip that one for a second. Ah, shield banner. That's what's that. Whoops. Uh-huh, I see. Ow. Come on, if you guys get further over this way. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Ah, okay. I figured. I don't know how you make a weapon out of leather. I figured it was something like that, but I just, you know, didn't manage to spot it wherever it was. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory once again. At least I got money. Okay, so where's the crack? You mean to do that? Just attack the walls? I mean, I've been doing that. Ah, that wasn't even marked. That one was not even marked. Huh. Interesting. The ceremony of return draws near. And I have yet to accept to act on this rebellion. If I invade the village, I could crush them before it even started, but that would only be a temporary solution. Attacking them now would reveal my hand. I can stop the rebellion, but I will never discover which of the estuaries are on their side. There's only one solution in this conundrum. I shall let the ceremony continue as planned. During the chaos, the traitor will reveal himself to me. I know it. I have a secret set of guards ready to double the security of the gates at the last possible moment. The peasants will be decimated on the bridge. As for the rebels that ambush us during the ceremony, I will take care of that. No tricks, no treachery. I will show the people the true difference between a serf and a lord. I will cut them down one by one and forever crush their morale. This is the only solution. Let them come. Ooh. Bonus damage. Welcome, traveler. Not many people know this spot. Not many should. Everyone deserves a place to be themselves, even an estuary. I don't know about that one. In lore rooms, breakables will never drop items. That's like, it's like somebody who's trying to prevent from dropping. Okay, never mind. Scribbles, lines, and question marks cover the page. Nothing intelligible. All right. Well, that was a fun little diversion. Back to the main game. Hey, 1 grand. That's pretty good in terms of gold. What? How did that snipe me? How did that dude snipe me with a bone like that? Wait, was there nothing up here? Right, now I just gotta get down here and avoid dying to this bouncy ball. I've got a lot of gold, but is it enough? Okay, next rooms are down and to the right. Or down. Whoops. There we go. I think I need 1,300 or so for the one power-up I was looking at. I don't remember exactly. Point is, every scrap of gold counts. I didn't even notice a path down there. Raven's Ring. Mourn the dead, not the living. Grave Bell. 25% chance of avoiding a fatal blow. Hey, fancy. That's not terrible. That means I get gold even more. And that's a new zone over there. I'm an estuary, hand chosen by a king. We're the pinnacle of royalty, and by the king's decree all others stand below us. Yet here I sit rotting in the halls after my fellow estuaries banish me from the table. Me, of all people, from the table. Me, from the table. Me. If I think we should kill some of the scholars, then I should be given my allotted hour to explain why. It's not my fault the others don't spend their full hour speaking their mind. And who cares if I brought up the same argument for the last 30 meetings? I'm an estuary! I can bring it up as many times as I want. They think they can throw me out like I'm somehow lesser? Well, no! I'm not below them, they are below me! Every day they putter away at their civic duties like naughty little rats. They read their stupid little books and train their little weak soldiers. And they grow little ugly little eggplants. I don't know what's on an eggplant, mates. But I'm above those mundanities. My role is too important to be hindered by so-called duties. I am the bastion that guards the gates. The last, nay only, required line of defense against any would-be attackers. This peace placed them in a dull stupor. They need me. One day this peace will end, and when that day comes, I will show them who's truly superior. When the peasants come knocking at my gates. When I was studying the blade, you were engaging in civic duties. I found the boss room. Did I clear this level? Almost. There's one thing right there I didn't get. And that's it, actually. Well, it was worth coming back here. Vanguard's banner, Lotus Petal. Increase your total mana pool by 50%, deal 8% more magic damage. Well, that wasn't ideal. Could have been worse, though. 1560 gold. That was dumb. Dumb mistakes were made. It's fine. Let's just go this way. Rage Tincture. Well, I could get this, but that seems not very useful, so I'll get this instead. See what it does. After taking damage, deal 100% more damage during the invincibility window. Oh, fancy. Okay, there's a chest somewhere at the other end of this room. Whoop! Where the fuck did you come from? Holy shit! Uh-huh. That one legitimately jump scared me. That was a jump scare. Behold my mighty gold. Okay, what's left? There's room up top from there, but also I don't want to go there. And I don't want to go into this room ever again. So I can go there and go down. Okay, good thing there's a teleport here. Can There we go. There we are. Oh, my max health is actually reduced now because I have so many relics. Is this the way? Yeah, I gotta go left and then down to get there. It's kind of all over the place. This is just a gold gathering mission, really. I have zero hope of being the boss with my current amount of health. But the more gold I get out of it, the better. I can't believe I'm alive, actually. Hey, look at this. What does the IVC give me? Create an IV canopy every time you do an earlier recovery. That's not that great, actually. But most importantly, am I done with this room? No, I've still got the last room to go through. I am just not going to. I have gotten plenty of gold. Let's just go do the throne. Let's just go do this. I'm gonna die anyway, so might as well see how well I do here. Because I got 6% max bonus per one of those relics I had. Ow. Okay. Just the last gasp there. Let's go with Barbarian. And I now have a lot of money. Look at all these things I can buy. Most importantly, though, giving care and gold now grants stat bonuses. Living safe tracks how much you've given. That seems like a good thing to get. That just means I will get more powerful as time goes on. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Take Karen to court and save your money. Increases living safe's max gold capacity. But I need to hit level 30, so I need to get one more upgrade before I can do this. So let's... Is that going to be enough? 650? Yeah, that'll be enough. Let's grab this then. Duelist unlocked. Hats on helmets. Stab, jab, and dance around your foes to turn those chumps into lumps. Duelists are all about the finesse. Dodge attacks, then dish out the damage with a 1-2 good attack. I am just short of being able to afford that. Oh my god, I'm so close. Oh, that's max gold capacity. Pfft, I'm not going to hit that for a while. You know what? Let's get the. Let's do that. Nature, you are you. Really? That's it? Being true to you. Oh. Wind wall. Create a wall of safety. Hey, that's cool. Ducky, those runes are just a taste. If you want the good stuff, you have to give me the good stuff. By good stuff for me, I'm talking about red aether. It'll help me live forever. And good stuff for you, I mean stacking runes. Stacking runes is more complicated than you think. Yes, take my 10 gold, Karen. You filthy, filthy cheat. Wait, what's the other thing I get to? Saber, air attacks, can combo into ground attacks, dash attacks, always a skill crit. Casting your talent grants charged. Combat roll, immune to all damage while rolling. Cool. Let's see how this goes. Whoops. Woo! Lovely. Good start. Oh, that's fast. Blessing of Wisdom. Burn brutes by blasting bad breath. I don't feel like it. Duelist feels pretty good to play, though. Like, it's very fast, it's very fluid. I got a dodge roll, which is always nice. Whoops. Whoop. That was a mistake. It's fine. Okay, well that looped me back around, so cool. I guess I could head up from here. Well, this room's real awkward to fight in. Good thing I can go through walls. I was going to snag this so I have the teleport point. Choice's shell or gnawed bone. Shell composes a keratin in a strange alloy. Note inside says IOU. Defeat 6 enemies to prevent the next source of damage. Oh, that's fancy. Up, down from here. Ah! Okay, I've read everything for now, so I get to reread any of the ones I want again. That makes sense. Alright, the only way to go is there. Pretty sure there weren't any... I was going to say there aren't any obstacles left, but apparently I was completely wrong on that front. Takes 0 damage. Hell yeah. Because I had gotten the thing that prevents damage from being taken. Twin Dreamcatcher. Defeat enemies while at max HP to gain 5 max mana. Ooh, fancy. I wish I had gotten more energy, but... or more life, but that's fine. Alright, so next up is just head right and clear out over that way. Whoops. Right, I can skip this room. I'm glad they have that in there. That's very appreciated. Okay. Oh, that's fucking... That's mean. Wow, I don't like this room one bit. This room sucks. Oh, he just gets the power right through it. Okay, cool. Sure, whatever. Also, I'm getting way... Yeah, I know. But I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd been able to save that shield for something else is the main thing, right? Ah. What? I don't even think I can hit that dude. Okay, so that one was you had to get over there in the time limit without taking damage. Which actually would have been easy for me, all things considered, but I failed, so... Okay, now I don't think I need to go back into this room. That seems like a waste of time and mana. Alright, so anything else? Yeah, that room right there. Oh, speaking of which, I do in fact have my shield up now, which is a nice thing. Although I don't have any health, which is not. Okay, that's the other zone. Is there anything else? There's a room over there. Oh, yes, this room. I remember now. This lovely room. I mean, maybe, but also that kind of... It's part of the challenge to be able to do that without losing too much health, right? I'm just exploring a lot.
Oh, my hands won't stop shaking. My skin is full of prickles. My heart is bumping. Oh, I feel alive again. A man named Rat, named Man-Rat, came crawling to me the other day with information. In return for an official pardon and some trifling gifts, he revealed everything he knew about a secret rebellion. He's given me everything I need to know. Letters, transcripts, memos, and more.
Yeah, but that's also why you have the healing option at the boss gate, right?
I cannot comprehend how something this big slipped past our spies. But none of that matters. All that matters is that a war is coming and I'm the only Asteroid that knows of it. My chance to show my worth has finally arrived. I must stay calm and read these documents carefully. No one else can know this. I will not let anyone else take my glory away.
Oh, that's... Hi. Ow. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see how this is. Oh, it's a big eye. Oh my god! Okay, that was, that room was real rough. I could have left, but there wasn't much I was going to do otherwise, so I figured might as well take the chance. Crippling intellect. Cartographer. I'm interested in what that is. Level 36. I need 5 levels. It sounds good, but why is it giving me bonus gold to have it if it's good? Okay, what's the cheapest thing I can get? $980 for that, which means I can spend up to 1,000. Which, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get. Reroll your heirs. Let's get one of those. Scribe's office. More creative accounting means better returns. Increases Living Safe's gold conversion. Living Safe gold transfer up? I guess that means more gold that you get. Guild of Dark Odds. Ooh. Assassins come from a highly secretive organization that does mysterious work in the shadows. It's mysterious because it's too dark and they can't see what they're doing. Is there anything I can afford 2 of? No, I've got 540. Ooh, what is this? Sauna. A room full of stale air, suffocating heat, and naked dudes. Cool invention. Just even more strength up. I'll grab that one. Map is revealed, but you have no position marker. Oh my god. A star floated close to by me the other day. It was translucent and had these long tendrils and it was beautiful. At least I think it was beautiful. Come to think of it, I don't think that was a star. Either way, I didn't get a good look. It was so scary, so I climbed down and hid. Have you ever wondered, Ducky? Docks are so close to the water, yet everything up here is dry. Whatever is below isn't water. It just really looks like water. Don't even think about taking a dip. The water's poisonous, Ducky. It's heavy, too. I've tossed a few things in there and they all sink. I wonder why the living safe can stay in it. Man, I want to hear some cool accountant stats? Currently, I'm holding 10 gold for you. Max capacity 2250 gold. My conversion rate is 10%. So you get dear old care on 412 gold. Contribute level 0 with care on boosting all your stats by 0 and room weight by +0. Donate 7,088 more gold. Yeesh. 10% conversion rate. Right. So I should up that. Let's see if I get lucky again. Probably not. Hey, you never know. Ow. Ah, this is great. There we go. All right. Oh, come on. All right, so let's take a look at the map here. Wow, look at that. Where am I? I guess I'm up here. So if I go down, down... Well, if I go down, I have to go back around, and then there's a big room there. Yeah, I know, but that's probably the same thing as last time. Oh, that broke everything, so I can't get in there. It's probably just the same room as last time, so I'm not going to even bother. Okay, so I'm here, I think. So if I head left... So if I get hit, I do more damage. Sounds good. Chest down below. Oh yeah, that's gonna be spicy when I get to the boss. Okay, I wonder. Okay, it only goes to the ones I've been to. Makes sense. Okay, so I want to go right down. Oh. Defeat all enemies. I'm in the fairy chest room. Well, might as well go for this. Well, that was pathetic. That was pathetic. Let's go for another wizard, and we've got Ib muscle fibers. Ilb? I also forgot to count how many deaths I had. So how much do I need to get one of these things? I need to buy... I need 1050 for that. 1050 for this. So I need 2,000 in order to hit both of those. Oh! Okay. That's both a benefit and a detriment. Well, still, I'm not going to hit 2,000 anyway. Oh, come on. What? I guess I fell too quickly. I fell too quickly and killed that dude and then ran into the fireball, I guess? I think that's what happened. I really should be using more spells, because I get a lot of mana back. Oh! That aims. Cool. Good to know. Oh, wow. You also have a very, like, slow jump. Is that worth it? Absolutely not. Okay, where to? Down. Might as well hit this up real quick, just so I had the teleport out. Why is that called a shredder? Got him. Again, is it worth it? Almost certainly not. That goes for a lot of this room. Oh, because he had, like, the shredder head? Possibly. He did kind of have that thing. Okay, where to next? Anyway, yeah, this is exactly the same as last time, so I don't think it's worth ever going for again now that I've done it once. Hey, look, these guys are trying to attack me. Isn't that cute? Doo-doo-doo. Ow! Right into it immediately. It's almost impressive. Hey, it's another one, finally. Uh-oh. I knew this was going to be the instant I saw it. Can't believe that's the first one of those I've seen. Awesome. What do we have here? Twin War Drums and Lotus Stem. Blocks up to 2 attacks, consumes 150 mana per block. Mana potions restore charges. Oh, fancy. That's not awful, actually, considering I have a very high mana pool. In fact, that is one of the defining features of the Mage. Very high mana pool. I'm just looking for the other relic room now. How's this? Defeat all enemies, lose no health. No thanks. There we go. I'm just not going to go in there. I don't have enough health to support it. Down to the left, maybe? Why fight when I can flee? Okay, so now for this. Right down, right. See, there's a room down there. And there, there's a bunch of rooms I skipped. There's also a room there. So if I go right, up, right. Okay, then. Prismatic Spectrum. Dyspraxia. Alright, how much gold did I get out of that run? Did I get enough to buy a new class? Sure did. Let's gunsling it up. Bing bang boom. Gunslingers are all about the popping and the stopping. You may be wielding the most versatile weapon in the world, but the lack of a strong knockback means you need to stay on your toes for enemy counterattacks. Find good angles, stay moving, and always keep an eye on your ammo. Ammo. And unlock the Hall of Wisdom, which increases more of that stuff. How much do I have left? 390? Karen can take it. I can't afford anything else, so... Items go flying. Cool. That's actually pretty cool. I made the totem some kofta, well, I guess it doesn't eat. It's so strange because the living safe eats just fine. Anyways, what's the leftover kofta? Psst, friendo down here. It's me, the living safe. Didn't realize I was alive, did you? That's cool. I can be pretty quiet at times. Just wondering how your investments are doing. They doing good? You making a nice return? I live for this stuff, friendo. Nothing like seeing numbers go up, am I right? Some people are thrill seekers, others find joy in charity, but me, show me a number increasing and ding ding ding! I'm there, friendo. I am there. I now have a reason. Oh my god, that's what I mean by items go flying. Okay, so the range isn't that good. Okay, let me actually take a look what it says. Low health, great mana, suave. You're suave. Your weapons deal plus 15% bonus int damage. Kinetic revolver can be aimed. Press RB to reload. Okay, last 8 bullets always skill crit. Makeshift explosive. Blocks mid-sized projectiles. Holds 2 charges. Recharges over time. Fungal spread. Aggressive pollination. Applies spore burst. And items go flying. Well, I mean, that sounds pretty normal for any public location. I'm gonna be real. Woo! Look at that! I get to melt! Yeah, was that like a public works thing? Like a, I don't know, school... I don't know how best to describe it. Was it like a school thing where you just like volunteered to do some work and they assigned you to the place, or were you just doing it as sort of on your own accord? Good on you either way. Unless it was assigned to you, period, and you didn't have any choice, in which case, you know, whoops. Oh man, they just go flying. Ah, well, fair enough. Still gunning you for actually getting something done about it. Think I can do this? Because I think I can do this. I'm feeling strong with this bullet. Okay, this is actually perhaps a bit more challenging than I would expect it to be. Okay, this is hard. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not doing that one again. Gunslinger's sick, though. Yeah, well... not much you can do about everybody throwing shit out everywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, those guys are, yeah, not doing that again. Nope. Let's go with you. You got a glowing ember, whatever that is. Yeah, well, my int's 3, it looks like, so I've got an... it basically just counts as spell damage, I guess? I really don't know. How much money do I get out of that? 435! Nothing. Great. 75 more damage in every 6th hit. Counter resets if you take damage. You hungry, ducky? I made some ali for you. It's best hot, so you should eat it now. It's one of my favorite desserts, so if you don't like it, I'll take it back. Thanks for the offer. See, I no longer have, like, any... Of course I want to spend all my money, but the fact that I get stat bonuses for not spending the money and giving it to Karen is a, nice pick. It means I no longer have to feel bad about spending 400... losing, like, 300 some odd gold on him. Yeah, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, same difference. I was just calling Karen. I thought that had a higher arc than it did. Wow. That was quick. Not doing that one again. I learned my lesson last time. Oh, what's this? Gain a blessing of strength. Fabled weapon. Dash attacks are always skill crits, slowed while attacking. What? What? Okay then. Well, okay. Wait a second. This triggers on my thing, doesn't it? Sure does. Okay, wait, we're going down. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, shit. I actually wanted to leave that room instead of going and taking damage. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, I want to head down from here. Okay, let's see how this does. Ready? Well. I don't know how much damage I did to him. I don't know if that was a lot of damage or not. A new contract signed. A new successor chosen. I would like to point out, when I played the initial, like, very early access version of this, What? Okay, I'm gonna... We'll see what that's in a second, but first... I have to know. I have to know. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I missed one. I have to know. And I still don't have enough to afford assassins. Rip. %60% less HP and you can't deal damage. Been talking to that enchantress friend of yours. She's quite the talker. Lovely as silver, but a talker. It'll be interesting to see if she could sit through one of the architect's tales without saying a thing. What was that? Oh, it was the spore thing. All right, let's go hunt some treasure, shall we? Because that's the only thing I can do here. Hunt treasure. Ow. Ow. Wait, what? Oh. It's a little hard to see what's going on when this dude's right here threatening me with his fireballs. Hey, look, I already got 800 gold. Nope, nothing. But I've already got 1,025 gold, so I just need a little bit more.
The rebels' plan is cunning. First, they will strike us at the gates, but this is a diversion to draw the guards. The true battle will happen at the ceremony of return. They have dug a secret tunnel from the west that leads directly to the ceremony grounds. I always knew the ceremony was a dangerous event, so I took every precaution to keep its date a secret. The only ones who know when it occurs is me and my fellow estuaries. For this rabble to discover when the ceremony happens is impossible, unless there is a traitor among us. Every move I make from now on must be planned out meticulously. I must retreat to my abode to contemplate on this. In the Tower of Lights I've hidden a secret door against the far wall, between the 5th and 6th lantern. I shall retreat to it for now.
Ah, there you go. There's your clue. Yeah, I figured. There was no way I was getting through that easily. You can spin kick off your own pizzas. What? What does that mean? Sir Teddy the Pacifist. He was useless, but boy did he make some money. I wanted to play an assassin. Speaking assassin. Assassin unlocked. 3-hit wonder. 2 blades, 3 strikes. Assassin put the sass in sass. Trained in the art of the 3-hit combo, and only the 3-hit combo, assassins are all about getting in and getting out after hitting the target 3 times. First came yoga, then came yoga pants. Increased dexterity, raising damage on weapon crits. Oh, it's locked in. But I can't attack and move, so that's not a problem.
Fixed the Enchantress crystal pole yesterday. Pretty tight. Sometimes the nut and bolts finish in an hour. Spent some time talking to her. Ain't so bad. By the way, the hinges on the pole were loose because someone's been kicking at it. Wouldn't mind if you kept it up. Hell will know I did a good job repairing it.
Oh, instant crit. Oh, I see. I'm down for that. I'm good with that. Whoops. Was that a super crit? Also, there's a thing down there. How do I get there? Haha. There we go. Nice try, guy. Freon's reward or use mana to block damage. Opening chest restores health. Woohoo! Ow. Well, there's a chest right there. Nice. Eh, whatever. I'll just leave. Okay, what we got here? Really? Oh, come on. You weren't even aiming at me. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't kill him. Oh, and what's my ability? Create a cloud cloak that avoids all damage, recharges on hitting enemies, attacking will apply vulnerable and the effect. Well, assassins aren't bad, but they're not great either. Yeah, might as well go for you. Spell crits. I wonder what that's for. Alright, let's grab this. The Aviary. Its flight and fight up here unlocks Dragon Lancers. Ooh. Lucky, that man beside me interests me. He repaired my lamppost, and I wish to thank him. Do you know if he likes, how do you say, good food? I'm thinking of running over for some food, but I don't want to scare him away if his palate is too boorish. Perhaps I should cook him something more familiar? Maybe I'll make a dish that commoners all seem to love. What is it called again? A hamburger? Oh man, you're getting in there good. Let's see if I can. If I can't beat the boss, I'll see if I can at least make 1,000 gold to get the Dragon Knights. Because those are pretty good, I think. I'm gonna be real, I never used them. When I played Rogue Legacy 1, I got to the point where I had unlocked them, but I never actually used one. Well, there goes my maximum mana. Not getting any more of that. Defeat all enemies. There we go. It takes care of that one. Now over here, what do we got? How did that even... What did that even hit me with? What hit me there? Gain more gold. Oh, shit. I forgot it drops a bunch of things afterwards. That was a mistake. Very unfortunate. I can't get up there. Oh, jeez. Is this worth it? Probably not. But I did have a way to deal with it to a certain extent. I just flubbed it a lot. Ooh, nice. Okay, now that other room appears to have nothing. So I will just skip that one. that hit me, or what happened there? I did like a little flip, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. Maybe that was a counter? The game mentioned counters, but... Huh, that's it. Ah! You think? Well, I can go back and check. Also, hi, Safs. How are you doing? Okay, well, where was that room with the barrels? Right there. $200 damage. Clotho Spindle. I normally go for the new one, so I have more information, but this one I got a good feeling about. Teleport acquired. I remember the portraits attacked you in the last game, too, at some points. I'm glad they're not doing that here. Hello. Gain a Blessing of Talent. Gain flight and damage immunity. Recharges over time. Sure. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That just leads into the next zone. I don't need to worry about those two enemies. Oh, shit, what? That's what I wanted. That was perhaps a little riskier than it should have been, but it's fine. Oops. Okay, there we go. Another one. Shield. Another Dreamcatcher. Useless. Shield it is. Okay, well, I'm not going down there now. There's the boss room, and there's a chest there. Okay. And would you look at that? I got enough stuff for Dragon Knight now. Let me just double check. Have I been to all the special rooms? I've been to one special room. Yes. God, that is a ways away. Okay, you know what? You know what? Even if there is loot there, I don't think it's enough, and I have enough gold at this point, and a blocker to make it worth my while to try the boss right now. Oh, attacking turns off the combat form. Great. Good to know. Well, not a lot I could do about that. Not a lot I could do there. Let's go with this one. Charismatic and steel-toed boots. Yeah, didn't I add one? Oh, we're at 19. Okay. Well. Dragon Lancer ahoy! Dragon Lancer class unlocked. The personal soldiers to Estuary Irad, Dragon Lancers are trained in aggressive aerial actions. Charge your weapons and control your trajectory to take to the skies. Okay, I got 5 gold.
Okay, I'm looking for some advice. The enchanted friend of yours asked if I'd be interested in joining her for dinner. What should I wear? All the guys this apron. Think that's okay? Maybe I should go shirtless? Forgot how hard this is.
Whoops. Okay, what do we have? Dragon Lancer, great health, good mana, armored. Ooh. Charge Lance, press to attack. Charge for Flying Joust, can move up and down while flying. Flying Joust adds int scaling and always crits. Bastion destroys mid-sized projectiles and pushes enemies back. Recharge on a hit. Magic 8 Ball, charismatic, reduces shops. Spin break. Spin kicks now apply armor break. Oh wow. That's pretty good. Oh, that's right. I did get a new rune, didn't I? It was the bounty rune. Let's see how this one does. Man, I don't know, like, when I played this game for the first time, I did way better. Like, way better. I got the 2 heirlooms before I even died once. Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good. This may also just be a very powerful class. Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah, I think this is just a very powerful class. I basically got a shotgun as my melee attack. Oh wait, there's a chest over here. I'm also getting a lot of health bonus. That's very appreciated. Okay, what do we got? Oh, God, I forgot these things grow back. Let's try down. Oh, that has a duration. That was like a one and done kind of deal. Whee! One of these days I gotta find one of the treasure rooms too. Okay, down from here. There it is. Boss room found. Okay, now I gotta find a treasure room before I proceed. There we go. Incandescent telescope, or marble statue. Landing creates a small shockwave that destroys mid-sized projectiles and deals 75% magic damage. Oh, that's really good. That's going to be mildly annoying to look at, but that's pretty good. Okay, if I go if I go up to the right, maybe? Oh yeah, that's going to get real old real fast. It's already gotten old. Boy, I could go for a double jump. Okay, so if I go up to the right from here. Or I could just go straight up. Straight up also works. Except it doesn't, because I need to go around to get there. Boy, this is annoying. Oh, it's another lore room. Oh, that's not cool. I gotta go through this while it's still... Oh my god. Okay, well, I got it. Took a little bit of damage, but I got some gold. Come on. Okay. I guess I'll just leave now. Oh, there's a thing here. I sees it. Oh, come on. Hey, nice. Weigh your dice. Skill crits have a bonus chance of becoming super crits. Okay, nothing here. So if I go back across that large room, then down, I have another area I can check, and then over there. You know, I'm just gonna go back to the entrance. Watch it be one of those things right next to the entrance again. Well, can't get that chest. My pickup makes me uniquely unsuited to getting it. Alright, nothing here. There it is. Wait, no, this is a different one. Your weapon applies combo. Or Ivy Roots. Deal 12% bonus damage on the ground. Hey, that's not best for my class, but whatever. Okay, this leads to another zone and also goes up. That's what I was looking for. What do we got here? Atropos Scissors or Hector's Helm? While below 50% health, deal 20% more spell and weapon damage. Hey, that's pretty good. Especially since I'm going to be below that health point for most of this boss fight. Probably the entire thing, in fact. We'll see. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Ow. Oh, phase 2. Here we go. Come on! No! I tried to be too fancy. I hit the thing instead of just attacking him. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory every time. Okay. That's, I think that's where I'm going to leave that one. Oh, man. Oh, hey! It's my first person with gigantism. Yeah, boy, was it. Anyway, I'm not gonna do another run, because that one just... I'm just deflating over here now. But, yeah, that's Rogue Legacy 2. Still just as fun as the first one, but, not anywhere near easier. That's 20 deaths. 20 deaths over the course of almost 4 hours. I didn't actually realize how long I'd been playing. I thought I was playing for less time than that, but time just flies when you're playing this game. So, really, this game is a lot of fun. And, honestly, it feels like it controls better. So, changes I can think of that they made from the last game, comparatively, are, they've added, well, besides adding all the different weapons and the artifacts and that sort of stuff, because the last game was pretty much just like, you had different variations of sword, and I don't think your moveset changed a whole lot in between runs. You get different spells, and, like, on occasion, your wizard would be someone who just does less physical damage with the sword, but has a better spell damage and has more mana, that sort of thing. But now they've actually differentiated out a whole bunch, which is super cool. One thing I do find kind of disappointing is that they've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff that required specific specific abilities to use. Like, the specific one I remember is Dwarfism used to be able to get into specific, like, small cracks that the normal characters wouldn't be able to fit in. So if you had Dwarfism, you could literally get some treasure chests that you wouldn't be able to do, and same thing went for a couple other traits. I guess they got rid of that because they didn't want people to go, oh man, if only I had that one character, and just constantly be annoyed by the fact that they can't, you know, progress because they weren't able to actually get the thing. So I figure that's probably why they did it. I do wish there was a little bit more variation in the level design, because while there is a lot of different rooms, like, I don't think I've seen all of them. I haven't really been hitting a lot of repeats apart from, like, the lantern room, which I think is a state. It's, like, always going to be there. But, like, there's a lot of rooms. I haven't even seen that many, and that's just from this one section of the dungeon. But a lot of the rooms are just combat arenas or similar. There's none of the ones where they had weird treasure chest things that you had to, like, figure out, or, like, rooms that seemed empty, but they were just a vertical corridor, but actually there's a secret treasure chest hidden on the side. Like, There's like one of those I saw, but I hadn't seen any other ones. And I feel like those would be a lot cooler if there were more of those in there. Also, I only saw like 4 cracked walls in this entire time. So maybe there were more of those later on. Maybe they specifically cut those down so people wouldn't have to keep looking around for them. I don't know. Yeah, there's a sum. I did run into a couple, but there's not as many as I would have expected. Because I remember, like, every time I used to play the old Rogue Legacy, there would always be, like, a couple of those chests hidden out of reach. Like, there would always be a cracked wall someplace, or there would be a weird platform thing that I can't get through because I don't have the guy who has super jump. Or there'd be the dwarfism things, you know, that kind of thing. This one, they've really cut down on that. They just have different variations of the combat arena room, which, you know, it's fine. That's kind of what the game already was to begin with, but it's a little disappointing that they kind of got rid of some of the weirder ones. But again, I figure that's probably just because they don't want to, like, punish people for picking a character that, you know, they don't know what's going to be there. But then they also have the guy who can lock down a thing, so who knows? I don't know what's up with that exactly. Apart from that, though, combat's fine. Like, it feels good. All the classes feel pretty good. They play well. My skill or lack of skill notwithstanding. I'm still a little bummed out I didn't get a chance to do that Barbarian spinning in the air thing forever against the dude, but, you know, what are you going to do? And also, I didn't get to kill him. So close. So close. Yeah, that's true. Like, new enemies didn't show up for a while. Like, the stronger versions of enemies. The upgraded ones didn't show up for a while, but they did eventually start showing up. So I'm gonna guess it's probably tied to your level. Like, as your level goes up, the dungeon gets harder. And of course, the big deal that's sort of negates a lot of it is this guy right here means that if you just want to beat the bosses, you can just do that. Like all I need to do is just pay for this dude to screw down the castle, and I get to go and fight the boss again, and over again until I kill him. I'm not going to ever really use this unless I'm getting to the point of like, okay, I just want to beat the game at this point, which is what it's for. But like, I understand why it's there, but it does kind of remove a lot of the fun of the game, which is just exploring around in the random dungeon, finding out what's there, getting more loot from the gold chests and all that stuff. It's a little lackluster. Okay, so I can't say it's lackluster. It's completely optional. It's only there if you want it and need it. But, like, it's a worse way to play the game if you use it, basically. You're severely gimping your experience by doing that, even though in some cases you may not even care at that point, which is why it's there. Totally reasonable. Otherwise, yeah, it's still fantastic. It feels good, plays well. Nothing I can say bad about it, really. Apart from, I don't know what it is about the timing, and just everything hit me. Everything was hitting me. Yeah. Got nothing but good things to say, honestly. So that's out of early access now. That's Rogue Legacy 2. Definitely worth grabbing. I would say... How much... The house... Okay, wait. What are the house rules? What do you mean house rules? Because I think I saw something like that, but I don't know what that is.
I'm gigantic.
So stats. Gigantism, you make everyone else self-conscious about their height. That's the main penalty there. Also, you have a much larger hitbox. Much larger. You do have more range. Like, you have much longer reach. Look at this. But you also have a huge hitbox. You go into settings. Oh, right, there it was. House rules. House rules on. Okay, you got enemy health. Customize your campaign and increase or reduce the challenge. The RPC systems are designed to allow players of all skill levels to reach the ending. We strongly recommend the default settings for your first experience. So enemy health goes between... No harm in looking is the achievement I just got. So it goes between 50% and 200. Okay, enemy damage is probably 50 to 200 again. Yep. Slow time while aiming. Slow down time while aiming an ability. Great for anyone having trouble with aiming. 50% is a good start. You can slowly raise it as you get more comfortable. Goes all the way down to 25%. Wow. Let's just see what happens if I do it. And enable flight toggle. Allows you to toggle flight on or off. When enabled, press right stick to start and stop flying. If you're having difficulty with the platform, you can toggle this feature. Neat. Disable enemy contact damage. If disabled, most enemies will not damage you on contact. Some enemies are excluded. Probably stuff like the spiky balls. This will significantly lower game difficulty. If enabled, we recommend increasing enemy health by 50% and damage by 20%. Disable traits. All future characters will be traitless. I'm not even going to turn that one off. Burden requirements. Modify the amount of burden required to enter deeper new games. That's probably like a... I guess that's probably like a heat system where you have to up the ante each time in order to continue going to a new game. Toggle difficulty rating display. Want to show off? Display your custom difficulty setting. Rating, negative 1,150. Yeah! Ah, new biomes, really? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Ducky. I had dinner with the giant blacksmith yesterday, and I wanted to talk to someone about it. At first, I did not start off great. He showed up smelling of soot and wearing his blacksmith apron. Plus, I was still cooking, so I had my apron on too. Can't believe we had matching outfits. But the dinner went better than expected. He's quite the conversationalist. Blacksmithing and runecrafting have a lot in common. Yes, we do different things, but the fundamentals are similar, and we share the same passion for our trade. It was refreshing being able to talk to someone about things like this. A man with a drive is quite appealing. Plus, he was pretty handsome in that apron. Oh, right, I got a new rune. Yeah. Away! I don't need you, Karen. I'll go over there myself. With my flight power. Nyah. Alright, anyway, that's where I'm going to leave that. Look at this victorious pose. Yeah, now that's a wallpaper right there. Look at that. Anyway, so that's where I'm going to leave that for today. Really fun game, though. I'm kind of tempted to come back to it, honestly. What I might do is I might spend a bunch of time just upgrading it and like getting more gold and like maybe beat the first boss. We'll see. But it might be something I just come back to on like future days when I got nothing else going on. I just go, I'll just play some Rogue Legacy on stream. Same deal with Isaac. Just like, I want to play a roguelike. I kind of feel like doing Rogue Legacy, or I kind of feel like doing Binding of Isaac. I'll just play one of those. That's probably how I'd treat it from now on. It's sort of the same deal I do with Vampire Survivors, where I just like, you know what? I got 30 minutes. Let's just play a bit. And just, go through a run or two or whatever and see how I do. But yeah, it's a very fun game. Like I said, I really can't think of anything that's severely wrong with it or that I'd need to change. It's got pretty much everything fairly solidly nailed down. I voiced my small complaints, but I understand why those changes were probably made. So yeah, fantastic game. Oh, one thing I do wish they would change, actually. Make the Hall of Legacy, or whatever you want to call it, not take forever to scroll through, because if I'm going to have like 50 or so deaths in there, I want to be able to like get through that a little quicker. Maybe make it a list. Maybe make it have like a fast skip button. I don't know. There's options. Skip 10. Just skip 10, go back, something like that. That'd be great. All right. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave that for today. 20 deaths on the clock. Thanks for stopping by, though. As always, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back again tomorrow with ending of Weird West. Should be finishing up that game. Maybe. I assume that's the end of the game. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. That's tomorrow, and I had to pause the game for a second to see if anyone else is streaming real quick. Someone's raidable. No, I know streaming. Okay. Alrighty, then. In that case, I will see you next time. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm at that point where I just don't know what I'm going to play next week. So I will figure that out at some point. Like I said, tomorrow is Weird West. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, what have you. And see you next time.